why you need a coach, even though you do not need a coach. Just like manifestation, there's this beautiful paradox within itself, and it all comes down to you as the operant power. What do you decide right here and now? So stay with me in this video, because not only am I going to help you understand if and when you need a coach, but I'm also going to share my process as a coach when it's time for me to take on my next coach, how I manifest the absolute coach of my dreams every single time. If you comment checklist in the comment section below, I will send you my personal vetted checklist that I created back in 2020 to help you pick and vet the perfect coach, whether it's business, manifestation, mindset, personal training, nutrition. It could be used for any type of coach. Because here in the Invincible CEO, not only do I want to see you win big, and win all the time, we're taking manifestation and mindset and we're creating a beautiful merge of the two so that you can have the life of your dreams. So whether you're in that left brain analytical mindset mind or the right brain intuitive manifestation mind, you want to stay tuned to the very end. And I know that when I say that, it gets some of you guys, but you do want to stay tuned to the very end, because number one, you have to figure out if you're coachable. And number two, are you ready to take that plunge, and what's in it for you if you do desire to hire a coach? Because as a coach, I know what I bring to the table. I know what makes me different than all the other coaches out there. But also I know, as someone being coached, as a client, that I want to be the client for my coaches that I expect my clients to be for me. So buckle up, my manifesting friends, my mindset friends, my logical left brain, my intuitive right brain friends. There's something for everyone here today. And I'm excited to share my journey with you so that you can see I've been where you are. I know what it's like to be caught on a loop, right? We just did a video the other day, be caught on a loop that I can't get out of. And that's usually when I know it's time for me to hire someone smarter than me, more experienced than me in what it is that I want to do, so that I can literally mirror them to get me to my next round of success, because I know they want me to win big, just like I want you to win big. Welcome to the Invincible CEO Wish Fulfilled Playground YouTube channel. My name is Dee Povernick, and I am the Invincible CEO. And as always, I want to see you win big, win all the time, because manifestation is simple, easy, and fun. We can call it mindset, but really it's this beautiful merging of the two. And every once in a while, I talk about a topic that might seem a little off topic, but it really isn't. And I'm going to show you how manifestation works into this very practical, analytical topic. Okay, so first I want to talk a little bit how I know it's time for me to hire a coach. Because back in, say, 2019, I was still young in this online world. The online world, business world, and the brick and mortar business world are two different types of worlds to operate in. And thinking what I knew from the in-person world to actually putting it into practice here is a whole different thing. And I realized very early on that I needed coaches, but I wasn't quite where I needed to be. So if you go too early looking for a coach and you don't know what you need, that can be a huge bump in the road for you. So we're going to address all of those things here today. At the time I was looking to hire a coach, I was going through a whole bunch of different vetting. And one coach said to me that I am uncoachable, that I seem like I know everything just because I know manifestation, and that I wasn't going to get very far because I was so uncoachable. And that really kind of shook me to the core, because I'm opening to learn so many new things all of the time. Yes, I have a strong personality, but that doesn't mean I'm coachable. So I really took a step back and I asked myself, am I uncoachable? Or is it that I just didn't want to be coached by her? What I decided to do in that instance was to create foundation for myself. I would know when it's time for me to hire my next coach. So what I did, I took this beautiful step back and I thought to myself, okay, what is my baseline? So what I've decided, and I highly recommend for you to do too. So what I did first was this. As always, I always go into 0 point activation so that I know that I can say when I look back that I was totally neutralized, totally zeroed out, And then I came out with an assumption. So if you're familiar with our deep dive series, it's episode 5, 0 point plus assumption that will break down that whole process for you. But after I came out, I took a look at where I am now and created all of my statistics, right? That I would have to measure. This is where I am. And then I looked, where do I want to be 3 months from now? Can I make that huge leap in doing what I'm doing now? Or does something new have to come in? And if something new has to come in, do I know what that is? Do I know how to execute it quickly? Or is this something that's going to take me 6, 9 months, or maybe even a year? Then I looked at my last 3 months, and was it a bunch of huge jumps happening, or am I just getting breadcrumbs? Am I on a loop doing the same thing over and over again for either little or less results? You know, you get that frustrating, all that hustle and grind and hardly any results coming. That happens to me. I've been where you are. I know how frustrating those loops can be, and I know how scary it can be in order to go find the perfect coach that actually knows what they're talking about, has a system set up, and is going to charge appropriately, but actually deliver and guide you the way that they say that they are. And the reason why I have that vetted checklist, so if you haven't put checklists in the comments below, do so now. The reason why I had that vetted checklist, because when I was coaching people back in 2019, by the time people were showing up in my environment, they had been through multiple coaches, spent thousands and thousands of dollars, were either tapped out in energy, time, or money. They wish they knew what to ask and how to ask and what to look for in a coach. And that's why I created that list. It is so powerful. You definitely want to get that list. So once I looked over all of this, am I just making little breadcrumb movements, right? Am I getting all this hustle for just a little bit of results? Especially as a powerful manifester, that means I'm on a mind loop, and these loops need to be closed before I open up a new one. Or am I still doing it? Because there's been plenty of times in my life where I've started something new and I wanted to figure it out on my own. When I went through my big weight loss back in 2009, and I went from couch potato to 10 miles running in 2 months, many people offered me their different, try this person, try this program. And it seemed like a whole bunch. And I like to keep things nice and simple for myself and when I coach others. So I decided I didn't need a coach at that time. I had enough foundation as an athlete, as someone who understands the gym, who understands nutrition, even though at the time I was not certified and I in either nutrition or personal training like I am now. It was all figure outable, and I had the time and the space to figure it out on my own instead of paying thousands and thousands of dollars. What I also learned as a personal trainer and all these years with coaching clients, and I asked them over and over again, what is it that you look for? And what they were looking for is the same thing that I'm looking for. And I'm going to share that with you. They were looking for someone who not only had the wisdom and the book smarts, but also had the experience that for a personal trainer, people would look at me and they say, okay, I want to look like you, or I want to, maybe not as extreme, but you obviously know what you're doing with your own body. Help me change mine. And I always say, give me 3 months and you'll have amazing results, because whether we're talking nutrition, personal training, or mindset and manifestation, that's all you have to be focused on is 3 months for an amazing transformation to happen, but you have to stay focused. So for them coming 3, 4 times a week to see me, they had that level of accountability. They weren't just showing up for themselves, they were showing up for me, and we were showing up together as a team. So one of the things that I always do, especially when I started this in the gym, is I will never ask you to do something that I can't demonstrate or that I haven't done myself. And I use that in my coaching practice here also. So not only do I know when it's time for me that I need another coach because I'm not getting the results, I'm not willing to take another year to do all the research and the trial and error and face planning and getting up again over and over, when I can hire someone who is already where I want to be. That's like my clients told me. They have the knowledge and the experience because they have the numbers, they show up, this is what they do, and that I'm willing to be the best client for them, just like I would expect my clients to be for me, because I had really established guidelines with my personal training and nutrition clients that this is how I run my business. If you say you're going to be there, I expect you to be there, because it was a 1 month waiting list to be added to my calendar. I was so busy because I got people results. In the gym that I started at as a master trainer, there were 18 of us, me and one other person. We each accounted for 22 to 25%. So 50% was just the two of us of all the training that went on in that building. And all the other 16 people accounted for the rest. So that's the thing. I set myself aside from the start. I wasn't a carbon copy. I wasn't a duplicate. You see that here on this channel. What I see in the manifestation community is either people who are seeing what's popular and they're creating their own videos without the real life experience, or maybe they have been coached by someone and all of a sudden think that they have all the experience, knowledge, and wisdom to go coach others. And by the time they're showing up once again here, they're very weary of what we're doing here. So this is to put your mind at ease. So once I realize that I've taken myself as far as I can go, and my ultimate client realizes that they're on a loop, you've taken yourself as far as you can go, you want more, but you know that you can't get there on your own, that you need that little boost and momentum to get things going. So very excited to share this with you because last week I came to the conclusion that I was ready for my next coach. I knew exactly in what areas that I wanted to be coached in, but I didn't want to go searching and start looking for people. So this is my process. Once again, just like when I determined whether it's time for me to get coaching, I went back, I think it was like Wednesday of last week before I did my live, and I went back to 0 point activation plus assumption. I went and I zeroed myself out. And the assumption was that when I come out, I'm in the reality for the perfect coach to show up for me. And then I went about my business. So I think it was on Thursday. It was very interesting. And I pay very close attention in the now moment when things start to show up. There, in my YouTube feed, there was a video showing up from a channel that I was not subscribed to. And there was this woman, and they were spotlighting her. This wasn't her channel, this coach, it wasn't her channel, but I saw it there. And I thought her picture was sassy and smug, and I liked it and disliked it simultaneously, kind of thing. You know those moments, right? But I just noticed it. I didn't click on it. I had things to do, and I went about my day. And then I noticed again Friday when I was looking through my feed, I always pay attention to what channels keep repeating. Now, I expect the ones that I subscribe to keep repeating. But here's this channel again that I wasn't subscribed to. And it shows up again with not a different video, that same exact one. I'm thinking, it's very, very rare that same videos keep showing up over and over for me. It might be the same creator with different videos, and especially one that I'm not subscribed to. So it has my attention. So I thought, you know what? I have a few moments. Let me take a look at this. And I clicked on the video and I'm listening to it. And this channel was spotlighting this coach. And I'm listening and I'm listening. And all of a sudden, she really resonated with me. Now, I also, if you've done my 2-day events or you've done activation with me, you know that when there's something new, when I did my I'm ready for coaching and I came out of my activation, it resonates. There's a certain feel that has in my body that is specifically for that assumption. So when I go into my 0 point activation and I neutralize everything out, and then there's an assumption that I step into afterwards, there's this, it could be an itch on your nose, it could be a tingle at your belly button, it could be your feet feeling hot, it could be something, but that means that's my subconscious got the order and now telling me that every time I'm in my regular reality, that every time that feeling comes up, feeling is the secret, that's what it means, the sensation, the feeling that there's something there. So as I'm watching this video, this feeling conjures up and I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, this is wonderful. So this is on Friday. And I thought to myself, well, let me see if there's anything she's offering, if there's like a freebie so I can check her out a little bit deeper. And there was, and I did. And I got the freebie sent to me in the email, but then I had other things I had to do and I didn't get a chance to look at it. Saturday morning comes and I have a few moments and I'm like, oh, let me take a look at this now. And when I looked at it, it really spoke to me. It was like this thing was created just for me. And she's really speaking to me. So let me get on her calendar. So then I go through the process of filling out to schedule an appointment to talk with her. And she had nothing available this week. So I had to actually wait to schedule for next week. And then I got down to the bottom and I'm ready to hit send. And that's where it says, oh, $350 for this consultation. Now, for me, money's not a problem. But a couple things happened right there. Number one, I used to do that. I used to charge for my consultation and then apply whatever. If you did a service with me, I would apply it to your first payment. But if not, that was my fee for the consultation. I'm like, why did I stop doing that? Like, it's only in those moments that you realize that you did something and it was working. Why the heck did I stop doing that? Start doing that again, because what it did was it weeded out all the people that weren't willing to make that level of commitment to meet with me, right? So right away, I'm really liking the system. I'm really liking that she has it set up. It wasn't even a hesitation. Got my card out, filled the information, and we are ready to go for a session next week. And I'm really excited about that, because that's how I move in conviction when I know I'm ready. And it feels right to me that literally it sounded like what she created was created just for me. How many times have you been on this channel and heard the same thing? So now I know coaches need coaches too, because I can't be the expert of everything and I don't want to be, even though with this manifestation thing, when the manifestation shows up, I want to be able to not only sustain it, but to grow it. And that's where I've learned that there are a lot of people smarter than me in topics that I don't necessarily want to be the expert in, because it allows me to be the expert in the topics that I am. And there's a lot of topics I'm already an expert in. As I mentioned, as a trained interrogator, 9th degree Reiki Grandmaster, certified personal trainer, certified nutritionist, and mindset coach, right? Mindset manifestation. And here's the thing about my take on mindset and manifestation is I've been working with the subconscious mind since 1993 is when I became an interrogator. 1993. So for over 30 years, the subconscious mind and how it works and how I needed to work as an interrogator and what it taught me all these years is what my spin is that I bring to mindset and manifestation. And that's why we use both the intuitive side of manifestation and the logical, analytical, practical side of mindset, because it's what I used as an interrogator and as a closer to get confessions and get cases and verdicts in our favor, right? So very, very powerful. So now the question is, are you coachable? And have you taken yourself as far as you can go on your own? How you know that you have is you keep looping around on a loop and you're not getting any further, or if you are getting further, it's little breadcrumbs. So whether you choose me as your coach or you choose somebody else, whether you don't need manifestation coaching, but maybe you do need nutrition or business or relationship, whatever it is that you need, that you take the time to zero yourself out, come out from that zeroing, knowing that you are now in the reality for that person to show up. Now, it doesn't mean that the first person that shows up is the be all end all, because what ended up happening since I signed up with her, other coaches have been showing up in my feeds with different offerings. And based on those offerings coming in, I'm really not interested. They seem like amazing coaches, but their methods and the way they do things isn't a way that I want to drive my business or my YouTube channel. So now here's where my offer comes to you. And again, you want the checklist. I want you to get the checklist. And if you want to use it with me, use it with me. Vet me through my own checklist, because I make sure that all the boxes will check off, because I know how important it is for you and how nerve-wracking it can be to put out either a monthly payment or a big lump sum payment for something that you're not even sure if that's going to work. But we want to get you to the point of clarity and certainty before you move. Because the thing that I've learned as an interrogator, the reason why people got themselves in the situation that they did was either two reasons or the combination of both, which was necessity, opportunity, or the combination of both, why they did the things they did that would have me come in and question, why did you do that thing, right? So here, you either need a coach, you have an opportunity to have one, or the combination of both. But when you do, when you choose me to be your coach, I will give you everything I have through my experience, through my wisdom, putting you through personal experience and guiding you, because I am where you are. I need to hire another coach. I know how nerve-wracking it can be. And I know, especially when you're not meeting with people in person, how things can slide by so easily here in the online space. So I do have a group program that's happening. We're going to launch by the middle of June, early as June 3rd, but definitely by the middle of June. It is a 3-month program. It is a group program. It's going to be a small group. So it's going to be very high touch, where we're going to meet once a week, 60 to 90 minutes. All sessions are recorded, and you will have a actual 3-month roadmap, a jump off, a wish fulfilled, and all the steps in between as we break it down week by week, as you learn how to go into the intuitiveness of manifestation and keeping the conscious mind active during that time, so the two minds are working together. Do you need this coaching? Absolutely not. But here's the thing that I've learned. You can be still. And here's the baseline that I would give you. If you can be still and know that you are the God of your reality, you're the operant power. And by that, not only do I mean physically still, but mentally still. Can you do it for an hour? Can you do it for a half hour? Can you do it for 15 minutes? How about 5? Because by the time you're done my program, you will know how to be still, not only physically, but mentally, so that you can gain the clarity and the certainty that you need in your choices, knowing that why will this choice work? Because you said so, because you chose so, and you have both of your minds working together to bring that wish fulfilled. Remember, the conscious mind doesn't manifest, it chooses, and the subconscious mind populates the choice. You got to give the opportunity for the subconscious to populate it, so that the conscious mind does not come in again and choose again. I promise you this, once I've chosen this coach, no other coach exists on that topic to me, and I'm going to be the best client that coach ever had, because I want my reality to mirror me back when people hire me, that they're the best clients that I've ever had. So that means if that coach says to me, Dee, in order to get these results, you have to stand on your head upside down, facing the corner, and yodel for 15 minutes. Guess what I'll be doing? Guess what I'll be doing? Because that's how much I trust, not only in the people that I hire, but in myself for making the choice to choose the people that I hire. That's what's different. So I hope I shared some enlightening ideas here for you. First, you got to make sure you're ready for the coach, that you've taken yourself as far as you can go on your own, that you know, and you're smart enough to know, even as a powerful manifester, that there are people smarter than you, with more wisdom, with more experience, that are where you want to be, that it is their joy in life to help you get from your jump off to your wish fulfilled, regardless of what topic it is, so that when you are ready, then you can make the proper vetting choices, because you're going to get my checklist. I know you are. Right now, stop this video right now and type checklist in the comments, so that you can get the checklist. So very powerful. I used to do one-day full in-person events with these checklists, so that you will know in this now moment that you made the best choice, getting you to the next part of the unfolding of your wish fulfilled. So thank you guys for staying to the end. Thank you guys for enjoying the content, liking, subscribing, sharing. If you know people, even if they're not in the manifestation community, but they're looking for a coach and they don't know what to look for, share this video, get them the checklist, have them come and get the checklist, so that you can make clear, conscious, concise choices in the now moment with no wobble after the fact. That's all manifestation is, making a choice and letting it unfold. No wobble in between. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, you want to check the playlist that has been chosen just for you to continue to enjoy this wonderful manifestation experience here. Until I see you again, happy manifesting, happy coach vetting, and enjoy.